Hello and welcome to this RAMP Team App tutorial. Before we begin, I'd recommend looking at the description of this video for the hyperlinks to different portions of the video. These links will save you some time if you're only looking for information on a specific area of the Team app. If this is your first time using the app, we recommend watching the entire video to familiarize yourself with it. Keep in mind that if you are a staff member, you will have more access in the Team app than your players and/or parents. Without further ado, we will begin. Upon opening the Team app, you will see the email and password fields to sign in. Additionally, there's the Switch to Sign Up button and Reset Password buttons. One quick disclaimer, you cannot use your registration credentials to sign into the Team app, nor can you register a player through the Team app. If you have used RAMP registrations before, you will still need to create an account here in order to use the Team Communications application, nor, again, can you use the Team app to register your player with an association. If you are registering a player with association, you will find the link to register that player either on their website or it would be provided to you through email or some other means of communication. Once again, that would be provided to you. You will not be able to do that through the RAMP Team app at this time. We will now take a quick look at the sign up process if you do not yet have an account. It'll ask you for an email, a password, confirm your password, and display name. Most of those fields are self-explanatory. Display name will be the name that appears inside the app with your account. Additionally, if you try and use an email address that is already in use with a RAMP Team account, the system will let you know and you will have to go to the Reset Password button to reset your password. Upon signing into the Team app, you will see the My Schedules page. If you do not see anything on the My Schedules page, it means you have not yet been approved for a team. You will see a message alerting you to this, and you'll be able to apply to a team through the hamburger menu in the top left corner and by going to Search and Join Teams. Additionally, your staff members can add you to the team manually, and we'll take a look at that in just 1 second. Upon searching for your team name, if it matches an existing team, it will appear and you'll be able to request to join that team. Upon tapping to join the team, you'll be able to choose what player you are requesting access to or staff member and the access you require, be that family member access, fan access, or staff member access. You can also add a note to the team about who you are. Additionally, some access information is below the Submit button, letting you know what each of those things does. Once you're happy with this, hitting Submit will submit that request to the team. Any staff member can approve that request. Looking at the Current Requests page on the right, we can see our current requests. So we already had an existing one for the Hawks, and we can tap to review these requests and update them or cancel. Now, if you're a staff member, you can go underneath of your team and go to Manage Users and to Pending to view any pending requests. By tapping on the pending, you can confirm it as approved, as well as make adjustments to it before submitting it, or remove access entirely. If we submit, that person will now be marked as approved underneath of your team on the Manage Users page. They no longer appear in pending, they just appear under your current. Additionally, as a staff member, you can hit the plus symbol on this Manage Users page underneath of your team to add a user manually. So if they have not requested access yet, or if team member's parent is requesting access, or a team member is requesting access, you can enter their email address. You can enter their email address, select the player, and once again, select what access they have and submit it. And this will send them a notification to join the Team app, or it will add them to their existing account, and if an account already exists, add that email address. From the current page as a staff member, you can view all current users and modify their access. Again, this is only something that staff members have. Additionally, if a player or staff member does not exist that needs to be attached to, you can go underneath of My Teams and underneath of the Rosters page, either edit or add a new player or staff member. Adding a player or staff member will send them an invite to the team. If they already have an account, then it'll be added to their account, and if not, they will be emailed a request to join the team. You can adjust whether or not it's a staff member with that saying at the top, as well as whether or not it's an AP player. After filling out the information and hitting submit, like I said before, they will be emailed an app invitation. This also works for adding members to your team, if the player or staff member they are to be attached to does not already exist. We will now take a look at the team app once we have users inside of it. Going to the My Schedules page, we'll be able to see upcoming and past events, as well as filter by team. Additionally, we will be able to see our upcoming events with some basic details. We'll be able to see the time, date, and the team we're playing against, or the event name, as well as what team and player this is for, the location of the event, as well as what we have RSVP'd, or if it's been cancelled. At the very top here, we can see for one of our events, for one of our teams, the event's been cancelled. So the opponent's been crossed out in red, and we can see the word rain appearing, letting us know this game was cancelled due to rain, and the RSVP has been replaced with a frowny face. Scrolling farther down, we can see additional events where we have RSVP'd maybe, no, and yes, as well as red text letting us know we have assignments for these events. Assignments are additional things we have to do for this game, such as bring jerseys or bring snacks, and have been assigned to members of that team. Tapping on the RSVP area on the right-hand side allows us to change our RSVP between no, maybe, and yes. Due to COVID-19, if you are ever RSVPing maybe or yes, it will ask you to answer some questions and sign. Once we've done that, it will update our RSVP for that event. Additionally, we can view more details by actually tapping on the event. So right off the bat, going inside of an event, we'll be able to see the same things as before, as well as some new items, such as the Google Maps location or Apple Maps location of the event. And if we tap on that little car, it'll actually give us a map to the event from our current location. This, of course, only works if you have location settings turned on for the app. We can also change our RSVP from this area and put in game updates. Game updates can be done by team members or staff members and can update information about the game, such as the score and what has happened at different points throughout the game. Please keep in mind that this does not affect the game sheet in any way. This is just for team communication to allow parents or players to see what's going on with the game, even if they are not there. We can hit the plus symbol or the edit buttons to edit or update the game. If we hit the plus symbol, we can put in what the score is, the time of the event, and what just happened. Every time we do this, it'll update and add a new line item underneath of game updates. Scrolling farther down, we have the availability note. Under the availability note, you can add the reason for your current availability. If you've said yes, you can let people know that you maybe have more room in your vehicle to take someone else. If you've put something like maybe, you could say that you have a prior commitment that may be canceled, or you could say no and let them know the reason you are not coming. Again, this can be entered by the users on this area to let them know the details and can be edited at a later date. You can next see the current weather and the event details we are able to view on the My Schedules page. There is, however, that little car for directions, as well as a calendar symbol there for you to add this event to your calendar if you have not already used the live sync functionality, which we will talk about later. Scrolling farther down, we have assignments. Assignments can be created here by staff members, and if you are a team member, you can actually grab assignments if they've been set up for grabs. So we can see the take the jerseys after the game assignment is an up for grabs assignment, and we can hit the grab assignment button to take that assignment. And we can say why we are taking it. And grab the assignment. And we will now be attached to it. And you can see there was only one spot on that assignment, so all spots have been taken. If there was additional room for that assignment, additional people could also grab it. As this is a staff member, we can also do things like take people off of assignments, edit assignments, delete assignments, and add brand new assignments. When creating assignment as a coach, we can put it up for grabs, which once again will allow anyone to take that event. Additionally, we can choose who's already in this event, and so on and so forth. Lastly, on this page here, we can cancel the event. As a staff member, if you cancel an event, it'll appear in the team app with red throughout the event name or the opponent name and a reason why the event was canceled. Looking at other functionality you can do from the game details area, you can actually go right to your chat by hitting the chat button in the bottom right corner. Go to the general availability. The general availability shows the availability of everyone who's already marked their availability, as well as showing underneath of their name their availability note, as well as, if you are a staff member, change the availability of these individuals. Please keep in mind that if you do change their availability, you still have to apply that COVID information for a maybe or yes before you can hit submit. And lastly, on this availability page, you can send an RSVP reminder by hitting the Send RSVP Reminder button. Moving on to users, you can see all your current users of the app from here, similar to what you can do from the Teams page, as well as send an email to your team from this page, entering a subject line and the option to include the Fan Access members. Fan Access only allows them to view the upcoming schedule and not change the RSVP or any other functionality that a parent or team member access has. Another piece of functionality that only the staff members have when looking at the My Schedules page is this plus symbol in the bottom right corner. Hitting the plus symbol allows you to add an event to the calendar. You can choose what team it's for, whether the event is an event, a practice, or a game, and depending on which of those you choose, the criteria will change. So if we add a practice, we can set the start and end time. So we can set it for today at 9:45, and we can set the end time for 10:45, as well as type or search a location. And lastly, we can add a description for this event. And we will now be able to see that practice in the My Schedules page, and all of your team members will also be able to see it and RSVP. Lastly, on this page, the chat button in the top right corner will take you to your team chats, where you can tap any of your teams to go right to the chat. You can additionally, from the team chat page, not only send messages and images, but load earlier messages by tapping the Load Earlier Messages button. Going through the other items the team app has now, you can sync your calendars directly to your preferred calendar application. Simply come to this page and you'll see all your listed users underneath of this account and the live sync URL for that user. You can copy it with the copy button and take that to your preferred application and drop it in there and have your calendar live synced to it. Additionally, you can also hit the link button on the right-hand side to download the calendar in a non-live function to your default calendar app on the device you are using. Once again, though, this would not be a live sync. Moving down the list to the next item, we have My Players and Staff. Under My Players and Staff, you can view all of your current access. So you can see all of the players and staff members and what team they're on. Tapping on them will allow you to update the photo on them to help you identify which one you're saying the RSVP for, or remove them from your account. If you remove all the players from a team on your account, you will also remove access to that team. Next, we have the My Teams tab. Underneath of here, we can choose one of our teams. In this case, let's go to the Hawks, and we can see information such as the roster, users, manage users, and email page. Now, like I said before, if you're a staff member, you have some more access on this page. For example, we can go underneath of the roster, and we can edit individuals on the roster, as well as change their designation or mark them as AP, or add additional information such as additional email addresses to be emailed out to, in addition to the primary email address and/or account holder. We can also, by hitting the plus symbol, add brand new people to the roster or staff by simply adding information to this page or changing it to a staff member and adding information there. If it's a brand new person, entering their email address will also send them a RAMP team invite. If they already have an account, they will see this person in the team app, or they will be invited to it via email. This was also explained earlier in the video at the very beginning. The next page we have is the users page. Here, we can view our users and do things like contact them. For example, for Don Quinton, we can tap on them, email, text, or call them based on the contact information they have provided. You can update the contact information in your account at any time by going to the settings, and we'll take a look at that in a few minutes. Next, we have Manage Users. This is a coach functionality that allows you to update your users. So if someone is attached to the wrong individual, you can actually update who they're attached to and change their access, or remove them entirely from the team app. You can also, from the Manage Users page, go to Pending and see any pending members. Once again, this was covered at the beginning of the video, and there's links below to go review how this functionality works. And lastly, once again, you have access to the email button. From here, you can send a mass email to all of your team members. Moving to the next item underneath of the hamburger menu, we can look at our upcoming assignments. The My Assignments page just shows all of your upcoming assignments, and you can tap on them to go to the actual event the assignments are attached to. Our Search and Join Teams button, which was covered at the beginning of this video. My Notifications, which shows you all of your upcoming notifications for this device for your events. COVID-19 information. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, it had to be added to our team app and will be removed in due time with the end of COVID-19. And My Account and Support. Underneath of My Account and Support, we have numerous pieces of functionality for managing your account. First of all, we can update our picture by hitting the Change Picture, as well as update our display name, our first name, our last name, our cell number, our notification settings, and even delete our account. Going back to the top of the page, you can also update your password, your email address, and even send a message directly to support if you found a bug or need some additional help within the team app. And the last item we have underneath of the hamburger menu is the logout button, which will sign you out of the app. And that covers the RAMP Team app. Once again, if you need any help or support, you can actually request it directly through the app at the Support tab, or you can email support directly at support@rampinteractive.com. Thank you for watching this RAMP Team app tutorial, and let us know if you need any assistance in the future.